with the functionalities we newly added. Now we have option for user so that they can customize what they want and what they not in our extension. Uh, there is a repo level new tab added for branches so that user can easily navigate to branches tab. Then couple of changes in our conversation tab, couple of new functionality in action buttons, fix few things, and added couple of new functionality in the file changes tab. And yeah, overall our extensions is all now more optimized. Let's go to the whole functionality one by one. Let us first see the customizability of the extension now. Okay, so whenever you click on the PRitty settings here on the browser, we'll see that new options or toggles are added now. So here you can disable the sorting of the timeline near to the, okay, here if on the conversation tab, that's what I was talking about. If you don't want this and want to all UI, you can disable that. There is so metadata on the right side, we hide the couple of things. So now if you don't want to see those, you can just enable this toggle. By default it's disabled and all the functionality will be in this order only. Then action bar, so if you don't want to see the action bar, you can disable it and this action bar will be hidden. And for the direct comment shortcuts and side-by-side preview, I will show you in a bit. Okay, now let's move to the conversation tab related functionalities which are newly added. Now if I go, if you have Azure pipelines and if you observe that whenever build is success or fail, there is no direct way to requeue that. You not to go and add a comment for that pipeline to be triggered. So yeah, you can simply will see that new retry button is here. You can click on it and it will add a comment for you and the build will be automatically retriggered after a couple of seconds. Okay, second functionality was conflict highlighting. So in GitHub I observe one thing that whenever there are file merge conflicts, they are not highlighted, they are basically blending with the background with the same color. So now I added a bit of red color there, so whenever there are file conflicts errors, you will see this red dialog. Okay, now let's move to the action button fixes and functionality improvement. Here if you refresh and see that this PR actions cause merge was enabled, and now whenever we move to file changes tab, it was always disabled and not able to interact with it. Now it will be always enabled, and if you click on that, it will redirect you to the conversation tab and cause commit will be enabled or like ready to use. You can directly merge it. If it is disabled, it will redirect to you to current page and you can see that okay, it didn't happen or did anything because peer was not in the state of merging yet. Now moving to the second functionality. Initially, whenever you click submit review, you will directly redirect it to a file changes tab and submit review by this pop-up was opening. Now we added one more functionality to approve the PR form directly. So you don't need to click first here and go and approve it. For example, here if I click approve PR, it will say that you can't approve your own PR. So that's why it will have better error handling and stuff like those. Now let's move to the big changes which were on the file changes tab. First of all, split different view resizing. So in GitHub I always face that I want to see the more content from the right side, but there was no option to resize something like this. So I added a functionality that you can drag the middle bar and you will be say all the changes on the right or left as per your need. It may lag sometime if file is too large, but give it a moment and it will load things correctly very beautifully. Second functionality is increase checkbox sizing and the color change the color of the next changes. So yeah, on the left we can see that checkboxes are a bit bigger now, so easy to click, and given some color to this button so that they are easy to spot and you don't forget to use it while reviewing big PRs. Then there are two functionalities we added here in the comments tab: direct comment shortcut and side-by-side preview. Let's just first disable, so we'll see the default functionality of the GitHub. Okay, so first functionality, like whenever you do add new comment and trying to add new comment, new comment, let's face it, and when I do like control enter, it will start the preview and it will be in the pending state. So now if you forgot to like publish from here, other person will not be able to see the comment, and I hated that because when I adding a comment, it should be directly be posted. And second thing is, whenever we adding a comment, there is no preview easily available. We need to go to preview tab, and then only we'll be able to see that. So that's the second step we usually don't like to click. Instead, now we have two new functionalities. One is direct comment shortcut and side-by-side preview. If you enable this and refresh, you will see a couple of things has changed. Okay, the page is refreshed. Let's just delete this comment, and if you go to like add comment, now will you see that we are directly moved to preview tab, and here there is a text area is visible. So if I say hello text, you can see that there is a auto updating text as below, and you are able to see the preview of that. So you don't need to switch tabs. And one other functionality here, you can see that add a starter review is now hidden. So if you do control enter, it will directly post the comment. You don't need to go and do that submit review and stuff like those. So it will help you easily post comments. These functionalities are not available on the conversation tab, preview and add functionality because they are difficult and mostly not that much useful, because we usually add those changes on the file changes tab. So that's all. Enjoy all the functionalities, and now we have customization. So use the PRitty as per your liking. See you next time.